right. Thank you for staying with us. We are talking about the unending defections in the political space in Nigeria, and the latest being Governor Peter Mba, because Governor Adoyediri has just said he has resigned his membership of the PDP, although he hasn't said officially, by the way, about where is next. Now, we have Mr. Shola Fashire with us, the media advisor to former governor, former minister, Rauf Aregbesola. He's with us, and of course, Dr. Kachalonuju. Now, I was asking you a question, Mr. Fashire, because you quoted, some of the wisdom quotes of Aristotle, talking about loyalty, integrity, value, character, and all of those things. And you are saying some of those politicians right now don't have it, because if they have it, they won't be jumping ship. And I said, if it's about jumping ship and character, you and your principal, Benny Rauf Aregbesola, you left the APC to join the ADC as well. That's defection. Is it because you are not in power right now? In fact, your principal has said, that I want to quote what he said, that regardless of the grandstanding, in fact, he said, if indeed they are confident, talking about the APC, the strength they are showcasing, one will expect that they will also be calm, but reverse is the case. So what does that tell you? They themselves know that they are not popular, and the party that will avert their unpopularity is the ADC, regardless of the grandstanding. By the grace of God, ADC will take over the mantle of leadership in Nigeria and in most of the states. The governors that are going to APC are the enemies of the people, and people know this. They are hated. So it is good riddance to bad rubbish. That's what your principal said. So the issue of character and all of those things, why should people take Ogbeni seriously and yourself, because you defected from your party to the ADC as well? Is it because those people are going to the APC that makes them the bad persons? Now you left, you crossed the same party, left to another party. What is different? How can someone say you have character?
You have repeated our defections about 7 times now. Now, let me just make this clear. We didn't leave the APC. APC left us. And that was what, to quote another famous American president, Ronald Reagan, said. He used to be a Democrat. Then he ended up being a Republican and became a Republican president. The APC left us. The ideals on which the APC was founded upon, the party had been destroyed. The APC no longer stands as a populist party, as a party of progressives. It's no longer the party of the people. It's no longer a party of welfare. So we still stand on what we stand on. We are progressives. We are a party of the people. We make people the center of politics, governance, and administration. So that's the difference. When the party no longer stands for that, they left us.
Permit me to cut in, sir. We didn't, in the words of my friend there.
No, let me
sorry, sir, you will land. What I'm trying to say is
let me make this point.
You will make the point. Please hold on, sir. I just want you to put it together. It's the fact that you have said the APC left you, fine. Dr. Kachalonuju at the other end said, since 2015, APC, which started on with Buhari as a president, has always been about state capture. And your principal, Rauf Aregbesola, worked for a number of years under that same administration. That's ab initio. APC under Buhari, we started with him, has always been about state capture. How do you react to that?
Buhari, no, the point I wanted to make at that time, let me just conclude it, and that's the fact that we were asked to leave. In fact, we were pushed out of APC. Not that we were in APC and then we defected to another party. The issue, the crisis that started, weathered it, and we stood firm in the hope that it can be resolved. And we were on it for like 5 years. But it became intractable, and then they pushed us out. In fact, my principal was expelled from APC about 3 times. Some other members of our tendency were expelled about 5 times. So we did not cross carpet It's not that we left APC and then we went to ADC. Right. So let's put that one there like that. Now, on the Buhari administration, Buhari, I would say, was the last Democrat as a president in Nigeria.
Really?
Under Buhari, his party lost election. In fact, it was under Buhari that we had this where we made it possible for people to be themselves. Buhari stayed within his own party. People joined him. People left him. There were no consequences for them because democracy is about free joiners and free leavers. You join, you leave. And Buhari held his own grace. Yes, he had his own administrative problems. He had his own character flaws too. And we all do. But when it comes to democratic governance in Nigeria, Buhari was the last man as a president who actually held this country together democratically.
Mr. Fashore.
So what we have now, there was no state capture under Buhari. I mean,
all right, Mr. Fashore, I'll come back to you. I'll take you up on that shortly, please. Please hold that thought. I'll come back to you. Dr. Nonju, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Dr. Nonju, let's take a critical look at the state of opposition politics in Nigeria right now. If you look at the opposition parties, some would say the PDP is dead. I mean, as it is right now. They're supposed to have their convention in November 15 and 16 in your state, that's Ibadan, the state capital. But now it is under legal contestation. Just recently, just last week on the 15th, the letter was signed on the 15th and submitted to the agencies on the 16th. The National Secretary of the PDP, Senator Samuel Ayang, is claiming that his certificate was cloned and forged, and he wants it investigated. So the PDP is bedeviled with so many problems right now. And some are saying the party is dead already. Now, if you take a look at other parties, the LP, for instance, the Labour Party, they are also having their challenges. The same thing applies to the NMPP and other parties. So as it is right now, Ms. Dr. Nonju, how would you judge the state of opposition politics in Nigeria? And what effect is it having on our democracy? Because so far, the ruling party keeps growing. So what does this portend for our democracy? Talking about the rule of law, good governance, and democracy in Nigeria.
I will say the problem in the PDP is as a consequence of people with Buhari's mindset. You know, at the end of Nigerian Civil War, the census had Nigeria at 35% Muslims. Then there was a coup led by Murtala Muhammad, and then they were in power that removed Gowon. And later on, Murtala lost his life in a coup, and then Obasanjo became president. That caused a lot of discontent and anger among the Muslim population, and it was agreed. Obasanjo now brought in Shagari to calm them down. Shagari was to, after his ruling, hand over to Ikweme. Buhari refused. That was the reason for the Buhari school. He was not comfortable with Christians sharing with Muslims this country. He now thought the Muslims should have a grip on our country. After Buhari, there was Babangida. After Babangida, there was Abacha. These were all Muslim-centric coups. And they used those positions to write the Decree 24, which we now took under Abubakar as our constitution. But as we now got into practice, the problem of the democracy is those Muslims led by Buhari don't feel that what he seeks can be achieved in a free and fair democracy. And that's why you've seen the violence since during Buhari's time over the country, trying to use violence. I had the gentleman say Buhari was not Democrat at all. It was Buhari, under Buhari, that we now had elections and the collection was going on. And from nowhere, they stopped the collection. When we asked, they said there was a glitch. Amazon, that owns the server, said there was no glitch. Well, these people say, shut up, there's a glitch. We have a right to switch it off. And then they wrote the acrobatics results. And then some way, somehow, Tinubu was now sworn in as president. But you see, you cannot come in through the window and think you have peace. The gentleman is right. Aregbe knows that the APC is not popular. And that's why they want to use this kind of mechanical strategies to bring a lot of the governors into their fold, not peacefully, so that when the governors are there, they can now use those governors to start organizing the capture of their states during the periods for election. That's the essence of having governors with you. So for me, we are in a period of state capture, and that's why trying to lay it, I took it back to where this crisis started from 1978. Obasanjo understood it. He engineered Shagari to come. Nigeria, as I'm talking to you, still till this morning, remains a Christian majority country. But because of such war by people like Buhari, trying to make sure the Muslims have an advantage, not for democracy to actually have its roots, we are now in a state of confusion. So that's the reason.
All right. All right, Dr. Noniju,
we get back to democracy, things will get well.
All right, Dr. Noniju, let's quickly go to Mr. Fashuri. Mr. Fashuri, in your own words, you said you were pushed out of the APC. That's what you said. I'd like to take you up on that, because a lot of people have said that the ADC is just a coalition of displaced politicians. Mr. Fashuri, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, of course, absolutely. I can hear you. So as I was saying, a lot of Nigerians have said that your party, the coalition, is just, an organization, a coalition of displaced politicians. And you have just confirmed it, that you were pushed out of the APC. So the question is this, why should Nigerians really trust you and follow you if Nigerians believe that, oh, these are just a group of disgruntled politicians simply because they no longer have a share, okay? And now they want to form a coalition. So why exactly? What's your bargaining chip? Why should Nigerians trust you? And your principal, when Rauf Aregbesola is saying he's so confident that the ADC will win in 2027. On what grounds is he saying that? What is giving him that assurance that the ADC will win? And again, why should Nigerians trust you if they see you as just a group of disgruntled politicians? What if Nigerians believe that you are just interested in power? Are you really after the good of the people?
No, you've made the point. Let me respond. You shouldn't be the one doing most of the talking. You are the
No, I'm just laying the foundation. I'm just laying the foundation for you.
You are repeating it. Your guest should be the one making most of the point.
Please go ahead.
The thing is, in a democracy, people should have alternatives. That's fundamental to democracy. If people don't have alternatives, then there is no democracy. People are under APC now, and they see what APC offer. And there is a fundamental axiom in philosophy that where there is power, there will always be opposition to power. One, because even no matter how benevolent a government is, it can't even satisfy everyone. There will still be those who will not be satisfied. And democracy is like a marketplace of governance idea. You say you want to do it this way, another party said he wants to do it that way. So it's now left for the people to decide who they want to buy from. They have bought APC and they are now in chaos. So APC is coming, and ADC is now saying that we are here. We have an alternative. We are going to be a government of the people, by the people, for the people.
But Mr. Fashuri, if the APC, sorry to cut in, if the APC had not pushed you out, there won't be ADC today. If Malam Nasir El-Rufai got his way, if he was appointed a minister, it wouldn't be in the ADC. The same thing applies to majority of your key party members.
The earlier point I made is that APC left us. And that's a fundamental.
And you also said, Mr. Fashuri, you also said you were pushed out of the party in your own words.
That's just to confirm I made the first point, then the second point actually confirms it. The thing is that APC no longer stands for what we believe as a people. And it is what we believe as a people that we sell to the people. Because we are ADC. first of all, we are Omoluabi progressives in Osun, and we can trace back our legacy to Obafemi Awolowo. And that's what we are bringing into ADC. As of now, the people we are in ADC believe the same thing with us. You know, Harold Robbins wrote one novel. He titled it Dreams Die First. The APC dream died, and that's why APC is in where it is now. Now we are bringing our own dream. All the other people who are in ADC, they are bringing their own dreams too. Let's just pray that the ADC dream too will not die. And that's the way of politics. That's the way of democracy.
Interesting.
That's the way it's supposed to.
Mr. Fashire, when you say let us all pray, I'm sure Nigerians will ask you, you and who are the ones that will be praying? But let me just quickly ask you this before we go to Dr. Kaj, to say, isn't it looking like you are, dreaming too high? Because they will say 2026 election in Osun State is less than a year away. I think you have told us that you'd rather focus on 2027 election and possibly go by elections in that particular period. I say
that.
Okay.
Our primary concern in Osun, I mean, as Yoruba will say, when logs of wood pile on top of another, you pick the one at the top first. I
understand.
You don't go and pick the one at the bottom. You pick the one at the top.
Point me, Mr. Fashire. Point me. What I wanted to even ask is this. One will say, till now, months after establishing your party, the INEC have recognized the leadership. No rep, no National Assembly member, no governor. Even these ones that are leaving the PDP, they have not even one single local government chairman. Yet you want to take the reins in 2027. Make it make sense.
This is just a new party as it is. This is a fresh beginning for ADC. We have not done any election. This is just, even the party itself, what we are doing now is we are not concerned about positions. What we are doing now is building the party up from the grassroots, from the wards.
For 2027, right?
Election.
You are not concerned about position. Aregbesola is saying you will be in power by 2027.
Our primary concern will be where the next election will be held now. In any state where election will be held. That's why we are putting our effort until we get to that national election. You cannot be crossing that bridge now. You win, you contest the next governorship election.
But that's your, Mr. Fashire, that's what your principal said, that by 2027, APC will leave, ADC will take over.
That's because he's a national chair, he's a national secretary of the party. He's speaking nationally.
All right, Mr. Fashire.
He's the national secretary.
All right.
Nationally.
All right, we really have to go now, but just for
I'm
go.
telling you that our primary goal in Osun now is the next governorship election.
Points made, Mr. Fashire. Yeah. Dr. Nonuju, just before we go, what do you have to say about the coalition? I'm speaking with Dr. Nonuju now. If you can hear me, what do you have to say about the current coalition in Nigeria?
The coalition for election will probably happen in the next 6 months. The ADC, it's on its own a staging ground for angry APC members who have left. The ADC doesn't yet have the vision to be a national political platform, if you understand me. The crisis that imploded the opposition PDP was because of the elements from the north in the PDP refused for the inclusion of Southerners in governance of the country.
Dr. Nonuju, because of time, Dr. Nonuju, do you agree with Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola that the ADC will take over in 2027, judging by what we can see right now on ground?
From what we have on the ground, I think the AVC will fizzle away the minute a proper platform is announced as an opposition platform. The ADC doesn't have what it takes nationally. You know, they are stifled, that they're going to suffer the Atuka disease. That's what is imploded the PDP. So I don't see the Atuka disease that killed the PDP to now be able to save and help.
Dr. Anjo, would you be saying this? Would you be saying this if Mr. Peter Obi had joined the ADC?
Peter can't join the ADC because during these negotiations, he called me to come lead the negotiations on our team. I said, no. The people I'm seeing are the same people that refused to zone in the PDP. If our foundational disagreement was they refused to zone, we need to now interrogate what is the reason why some of them in the north, after the presidential pendulum have been in the north for 8 years under Buhari, are refusing for the pendulum to come to the south. This is why we imploded. Yeah. If the ADC continues on that path, you do not give them any space.
All right, Dr. Kaj,
being a national
we are totally out of time, but I think it's only right. Mr. Fashure, 15 seconds. I'd like you to respond to that your party will fizzle away.
ADC is not going to fizzle away. The coalition that even brought Tinubu to power in the north, they have dissolved into ADC. So how can that fizzle away? The entire north, the coalition that brought Tinubu to power, because Tinubu had no foothold in the north, that coalition are dissolved into ADC.
All right.
So what's going to happen, like you rightly said, is that is the APC that will actually dissolve.
It's all right. We have to go. Actually.
Thank you.
We have to go. It's an interesting conversation, but it's for the soul of democracy in Nigeria. Dr. Kaj Ononuju and Mr. Shola Fashure. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time and your take. We appreciate it. All right, it's an ongoing conversation because we don't know who is the campaign next or to where. Maybe Emeka Daniel,
I'm not a politician. I'm not.
All right, Femi, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right, and Daniel Emeka is my name. Join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. Do have a fantastic Monday. Good morning.